Apple releases iOS 26.5 next week. While a late cycle update, it introduces complex underlying structures to how we pay for apps and secure messages. This update arrives just weeks before the unveiling of iOS 27. Because of that timing, it is presented as a minor aesthetic patch to bridge the gap. Early coverage has focused on the new Pride Luminance wallpapers and search tweaks in Maps. These features are highly visible, but they represent only the surface of the update's contents. Moving past the cosmetic additions is necessary to understand how this version alters the legal and technical terms of your user experience. This chart categorizes the new features by measuring user visibility against systemic impact. Wallpapers and Maps sit bottom right, high visibility, low impact. Subscriptions and encrypted RCS messaging sit top left, high impact changes staying out of sight. We will focus entirely on this high-impact quadrant. Navigating iOS 26.5 requires looking closely at the technical and financial fine print. The most consequential change is a new subscription tier in the App Store, monthly payments paired with a 12-month commitment. The marketing promise is a lower price point. It allows you to access the discounted annual rate without paying the full amount as a single upfront charge. This chart shows the financial mechanic, splitting a large annual fee into 12 manageable payments. However, the flexibility disappears here. You enter a legally binding full-year contract. If you stop using the app after 3 months, the remaining 9 payments do not stop. This model is launching worldwide, with 2 exceptions. Users in the United States and Singapore are currently exempt from seeing this subscription option. This structure is a specific concern for consumers who rely on trial periods to test new software before committing long-term. Selecting this option converts a month-to-month trial into a 12-month financial obligation. The second major shift concerns the Messages app, which now supports end-to-end encrypted RCS messaging in beta. This aims to bridge the security gap between iOS and Android, bringing cryptographic protection to texts that previously lacked it. This is the theoretical security standard, a secure tunnel connecting 2 different operating systems, shielding the data from outside elements. In practice, this encryption is not a universal Apple standard. It relies on localized carrier support, which creates a fragmented security landscape. Your messages may be secure today and exposed tomorrow, depending entirely on which network the person you are texting uses. Assuming universal encryption because of a software update creates a false sense of security that doesn't reflect the actual network requirements. We can now look at the features designed for daily utility, starting with the updated snoozing options in the Reminders app. Replacing vague labels like "this afternoon" with precise times like 3 p.m. removes the ambiguity from task management. Apple Maps also adds suggested places directly to the search screen, which populates recommendations based on nearby trends. To provide this convenience, the app uses your recent searches and location data to fuel its recommendation algorithm. These tools offer genuine utility, though they also increase the user's practical reliance on Apple's own apps rather than third-party alternatives. Applying these insights requires looking at your specific location and how you use your device. For the app power user living outside the US or Singapore, the strategy is about financial vigilance. Reserve the 12-month commitment tier for essential enterprise software and avoid it for any app you haven't already vetted for long-term use. For those who communicate across platforms, the strategy is about security verification. Download the update for the security baseline it provides, but manually verify if your recipient's carriers support the encryption before sharing sensitive data. This summary outlines the necessary actions. Global users must verify their subscription terms, and all users must verify their network security. iOS 26.5 shows that software updates are as much about new financial contracts and network protocols as they are about new features. The most important changes are the ones you